So I'm here to talk about the new Lion King movie, and so basically, as you can see from the title, it's I'm not going to go see the movie in theaters. Basically, yeah. I mean, like, look, I watched some of the trailers. I watched promotional material. I saw pictures, and this new remake of the Lion King movie doesn't really seem to have any interest for me personally in terms of seeing it in the movie theater and paying the money, for a ticket to go see it. The only exception to this would be if someone paid for a ticket for me. They vouched for me and they gave me a complimentary ticket. So that would be the only exception right there. But other than that, I mean, like, with some of the movie theaters, how expensive they can be for just a ticket, not even for snacks or anything like that. 12 to 15 bucks for to see this movie. No thanks. I think I'll just rent the Lion King, the animated one, at a lower price or for free using the library. My initial reasons were have to do with the promotional material. When I saw the trailer, before I saw the trailer, I was like kind of interested to see like what were they going to do because they mentioned doing photorealistic looking animals, and I know this movie's been labeled as a live action movie, but it's very hard for me to like see it as live action. It's an animated movie. It's 3D animated models. I mean, like I saw that right away when I watched the trailer. I'm like, these are animated models. These are 3D animated. This is not live action or whatever is live action in this movie appears to be heavily dosed or drooped in or covered in visual effects, CGI visual effects, computer generated visual effects, which is not a bad thing, by the way. I have great admiration for visual effects, CGI visual effects, and I have great aspiration for practical, effects as well. Great admiration for both of them. I've taken classes uh, where I've learned the basics, the very basics you know, of visual effects using like After Effects and stuff like that. And I'm talking about like very, 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 very basic stuff, like low level, like beginner stuff, like what I saw in the Lion King. That's far above what I did, and so at that very low level, I saw that how much of a tedious process it was. So, you know, it's devoting hours of work to it, and also as a beginner, so it didn't help that I didn't know the software enough. Maybe if I knew the software, it would have been better. But even if I knew the software, some of these projects they take a long time to do. So that's why I don't get the whole complaint about like. Well, I kind of get it because people are like, "Oh, I prefer practical," but they act as or they seem to have this conception that visual effects done in the computer are just like super easy or they're a lot faster to do, and it's like that's not true to a great extent. There might be certain examples maybe where that may have some truth to it, but overall, I would argue it's a very tedious process. You still have to do the animation with the visual effects to frame by frame to make it happen. It's not a it's not something you could just do overnight. It could take weeks, it could take months of work just to do certain scenes. So anyway, I was saying going back to the promotional material. So again, I'm watching this stuff. It's photorealistic animation, and so I'm watching the trailer, the official trailer, and I'm like looking at this trailer. And I'm thinking to myself like, all I feel like I'm seeing is a shot for shot remake of the movie, except it's in a 3D animated form instead of a 2D animated form. So I'm just thinking to myself like, this doesn't seem like something at all worth going out to see in a movie theater. It just feels like, again, it feels like a remake of the first movie with nothing really different about it. Like there's not a different twist to it, or not a different flavor to it. There's not a different style to it. It all just feels very much like a feels very similar to the other one, to the point where it almost feels like the exact same thing. And also the trailer just didn't really appeal to me at all. It just felt like like it's okay, I guess. Like it's like it doesn't. It's not something I feel like I would rush out to the movie theater for. In fact, the Aladdin trailer was a lot more appealing to me, and I haven't even seen that movie either. But I mean, just from the trailers alone, like the the Aladdin felt like something I would definitely watch, like something where like if I had to choose between one or the other, like I was given I was given the choice. It's like you'd either go see this movie or go see that movie. It's like I go see Aladdin, basically. Just from if I was just gonna go off the promotional material alone. So I did find some information through the wiki and from others and previously too from like news headlines and stuff like that where Disney responds to these claims because it wasn't just me that thought this, by the way. Like it was a big enough reception from the trailer that a bunch of people are thinking like this feels like a shot for shot remake of the first Lion King movie. And so Disney responds, and when I say Disney, I'm talking about certain people who were working on the project respond like, "Oh no, this is not going to be a shot for shot remake. You know, we added some new content in there too. The movie's about 30 minutes longer, so it's not just a shot for shot remake. We added extra stuff into it. We added an extra twist and extra style into it, and so I thought, okay, like sounds okay on the part of Disney to do that. I'm still not interested enough in the movie at the moment in time, and but I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if you know, if Disney wants to come on and say like, oh no, you'll see, it'll be different when you see the movie. We will, when you see the movie, you'll understand. I was like, okay, sure. However, Chris Stuckmann came out with a review recently of The Lion King. I'm not sure how he got to see the movie before its American release date. Maybe because he's a critic, he got like an early critic screening of the movie. Chris Stuckmann has made a review of the movie, and his review definitely flies in the face of what Disney claimed. Like he was saying, like if you watch his review, he was saying like this is basically a shot-for-shot remake of the original movie. I mean, even if I didn't see the Chris Stuckmann review, I probably would not be interested in wanting to see the movie anyway. But I just find it interesting now that I'm hearing contradictory, opinions about the movie. Like, people are, the suspicions of the shot-for-shot remake, those suspicions. Disney tries to like claim like, oh no, it's not like that. But then you got a YouTube movie critic who saw the movie who's saying, yes, this feels very much like a shot-for-shot remake. He even went as far as to make the comparison that he felt like he was watching remake of Psycho, the Alfred Hitchcock Psycho movie. There was a remake of it. I love Psycho. I thought Psycho was a great thriller movie from Alfred Hitchcock, and I watched clips of the remake, and I noticed like how it was the shots were like exactly the same from the clips I saw, and that was like really, and like it was like nothing, basically almost nothing about it was different. Like the only thing that was different was like maybe the cars looked different in terms of time setting, like because it was a different era the remake was shot in. Basically everything else about the movie was the exact same, So if Chris Stuckmann to me is making that kind of a comparison where he felt as though he was watching, like he was getting similar vibes to like when he saw the remake of Psycho, that to me is like a good. It sounds like a good confirmation of my suspicions about the whole remake thing. Yeah, basically, all in all, I don't plan on seeing the Lion King movie, this newer one, and I feel like I've given out all my reasons for that. So, feel free to tell me in the comments if you are going to go see the movie or not. And if you are going to go see the movie, feel free to say why. Maybe you really love The Lion King and you want to go give this a shot and you want to give it a chance. No problem. Maybe you just aren't as much into the movie. Maybe you're a similar boat like me. Maybe you saw the promotional material and just like didn't really capture me in any way. I'm not really willing to go out to pay the kind of money to like see the movie and stuff like that. I think I would rather just wait till it comes out on DVD or streaming or digital rental or something like that. So I would rather just wait till then. That's totally cool too. Yeah, that concludes this video basically. And thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe for more content coming down the road. Thank you, and bye-bye.